Phreakophile.
Welcome back, guys. It has been too long since I've been in my Let's Play. A lot's changed. I've been kind of caught up playing on a server that I truly enjoy due to some unforeseen circumstances. There's been a little skerfuffle with the server, and we're going to be doing a reset. So, start things out. Let's go over some stuff. I actually can't remember where I was, so let's begin anew. I just saw a little iron guy drop down from the old spaceship. That's always nice. So, what I had to do was pretty much this build right here, my infinite villager breeder, I had to do a complete rebuild on. I was having issues with things glitching out through the 3 wide box, so what I did was I went for 5 wide. I've got water streams in every corner to kind of keep everybody pushed to the middle. See if I can even remember what the buttons do. This one here is the back corner, it looks like. This one here controls the other 3, which when pushing will push them all up to here. Pushing that button will force a minecart to pop out of that dispenser below, power the rail, send the villager over here, who we can proof, and obviously I've done some trading with this guy. And this button here pushes the minecart and the villager down into this hole, into the water stream, which we'll take a look at. If I don't like this guy, this block right here will come forward, do a little bit of suffocation, which will actually stop breeding. But let's go down below and take a peek. And I've got villagers running everywhere as of this point. It looks like they're breeding down here, so I did shut breeding off. This looks really complicated. It's actually not. Can't remember the button placement. I apologize. It's been so long since I've been in my own world, and I promise that's not going to happen again. So there's a button right over here which sends a pulse into this block, which goes here, runs through this block, hence the repeater on here so we don't cross. Excuse me. Hits this repeater into this block, which powers this and powers those 2 redstones. So this one button here powers that dispenser and those 2 in the back. The button that's over here powers this block, comes through this chain and powers that, which is actually the back side. A little cramped down here, but I've made sure to light it up. This is actually a dropper tower, and what we have over here is there's a cactus right there with water streams placed high. What this does is that's the hole that the piston will push the cart and the villager down in. The cart will hit there, break, and there's hoppers all around that cactus. So the hoppers will collect the cart, put it into that dropper tower, which will shoot up and load this dispenser right here. Fairly simple design. Took me a little bit. It's one of my own. And what this water stream will do is push the villager, once the cart's been reclaimed, down that way into where we're going to have our little marketplace. Turn the lights back on. And that's it. Fairly simple design. What I need to do is right now I'm working on getting the villagers out of there. This is our father villager who, when sending up, he'll trigger breeding. Oh, a little far away. When sending down, you could see the hearts there. Problem is, with him up there, the villagers in there are trying to breed with the villagers down there, so we're just increasing the population below, which is a big hassle. Boy, that was a little bit of a fail. Let me show this thing real quick. Since this is in the spawn chunk, anytime, this is basically running anytime the game is, these cactuses will grow up, and I just didn't make enough hoppers for over here, so we do get a little waste, but how much cactus do you really need? When the cactus grows up one block, because of the fence post there, it'll pop off, land in one of these hoppers, and come right over here. So that's my little infinite cactus generation technique, trick type thing. Over here you can see we got some villagers. This is where the water stream pushes them. I still have to add water. But what we're doing over here is it's a 4 wide. I believe it's 4. Like I said, it's been a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wide marketplace, and I could have gone for a 1 wide. I'm not getting that serious about it. I don't want gigungous amounts of villagers in my world because this is my home. As of this point, I am going to just go with 5 cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may expand it. I may change the design a little bit, but as of this point, this is the build that I'm going to use. It's a design I came up with. I'm sure there's other better ones, more efficient ones, more compact ones, but this is what I wanted. This right here is going to send a block. We'll just put a dirt block there to shield the villager, who's actually going to sit right there. We've got some tripwires set up here that when they come down from the top, which I will show once this is built a little better. It's a real rough draft as of this point. They'll land in there, triggering a closure mechanism up top so no more villagers can actually get in there. It's going to fill from this side, allowing for expansion. And looking at it, I may go back 1 more block now. It's been a while, as I've said, but what we're going to do is we're going to fill the villagers in from this side. They're going to ride a water stream up, across, fall in, which will lock the top so no more villagers can land in there. We'll also, down towards the end, have an overflow where if any extra villagers come in, they'll fall down into our disposal unit, which I've still got to come up with. As of this point, I've noticed one thing. I'm still living on carrots on my island. I'm not real happy about that. And what we're going to do now to solve that is, since it's a new day, been a while since I've been here, like I said, I've still got the pumpkin farm. This is all in the spawn chunk, by the way, which is a major deal for me. It always runs as long as I'm in the world. As you can see here, I've got some cows all tied up to that post and netherrack. What I'm going to do here, I think I've still got... Oh, crap. I got a lot of stuff in here. What I'm going to do now is build a basic cow breeding design. It'll be a new one for me. But that line right there is the spawn chunk. Anything placed on this block back this way is in the spawn chunk, so things are constantly running. That's why our UFO... Oh, you can see him. That's why our UFO works. And I actually can't even remember if I showed this, but right there we've got an Iron Man dissolving. The iron shoots right along, ends up in these hoppers, and look at all that iron. Looks like I got a little... Well, it's Poppy Farm. I have upgraded to 1.7. I don't know if I've mentioned that. But this area right here, we're going to have a cow farm set up. So I'm going to do that off camera because it's probably going to be boring for you guys. But let's, I'll get started on that and I'll check back in a little bit. Alright guys, in the interim, I basically have completed this structure. Let's take a look at the inner workings. It's not that complex, so it should be fairly simple to understand. Start at the top, I guess. This right here sends a water dispenser out, allowing us to breed our cows. Fairly simple design. Old popcorn cows. This shuts it off again, allowing the cows to settle, a little less lag. Right here I have a dirt block. If that well, I'll show you. That dirt block isn't there. It basically allows the cows to drop down into below. That's a lava dispenser. And what that allows us to do is by pressing this button, it activates that dispenser right there, which will cook our cows once they are fully grown and deposit them into the chest. I have a hopper under those cows right there with a half slab on top. Items can pass through half slabs, which will feed into the chest. Once the lava's pressed and the cows are full grown, it'll cook the beef and drop some leather in there. I did not go with a permanent lava block, just because if I have looting, I want to be able to kill them and get a little extra. Under the mother cows, which are up top, there's that water dispenser. I have some hoppers leading down, which also feed into that other hopper over there. And that's for the simple fact that if the mother population gets too big, which I'm trying to breed right now, I actually started with just 2 cows. I won't lose the items from them and I don't have to jump in there. Fairly simple design. If anybody needs a tutorial, I'll be more than happy to do one. But it's you should be able to understand that just from how it works. This button here, once again, will pop the cows. Shutting it off will make them settle down. Settle down, cows. This right here, once that block's not in the way, they can't get out because the half slab raises them up half and the fence post is 1.5 tall. Even if the half slab wasn't there, I don't believe they'd be able to get out, but the hopper actually, they'll drop down into it a touch, and it kind of complicates things. So, once they're grown, we just lava them, cook them up, and it's good to go. So that's it for my little, how wide is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... It'd be 6 with the bag. This is just basically decoration. And actually, I think you can get away with 5 if you were to put a ladder on there. But as of this point, I'm real happy with this design. It's quick, it's convenient. I lowered this down a little bit. We'll adjust this area here at some point. Not a major issue because I can still run over it. While we're back here, just want to show real quick like. Don't know if I ever showed this. It's just a quick and easy pumpkin farm. Got a bunch of pistons down there with repeaters leading into them underneath this. And it allows just a quick pop and harvest. I've had some zombies trample back here, so that's why we've got growing screwed up. I'm not too concerned. I've got piles of pumpkins at this point. And this is in the spawn chunk, so it is completely, no matter where I'm at in the world, it will grow, which is real nice. The benefit to finding the spawn chunk is, great. No matter where you play in the world, you are going to be able to have whatever is in the spawn chunk will continue to function. You can overload the spawn chunk, so there will be too much and you'll get a ton of lag in your world if you don't have an excellent computer. For some people, it's a lot easier to just simply not know where the spawn chunk is, just because they may have a tendency to do too much in it, and it can cause major lag issues if there's a lot going on. These guys are in the spawn chunk. I know villagers may or may not. I'm not 100% sure if they'll continue to grow when they're not inside the spawn, but As of this point, one of our next projects, since we are working with the villagers, is going to be to get a small chicken farm just like this one right next to it, and then we'll have a pig farm right here as well. I want to kind of keep all the animals back here, one for noise reasons, and two, back to the spawn chunk thing. It's just it's a huge deal for me to keep things running because I have a lot to do inside my world. Also, I just want to show while it's still daylight and this episode's not too long this time, what I've done with our little trading hall so far. This here, since this is actually 1.7, they've changed the zombie hitbox, so babies will actually be able to fit through a one wide space. Once this is sealed up on top, this will seal our villagers off from any zombies. How this is going to work, and I can't show it yet because it's not completed, but these are the 5 cells. Because we have glowstone under these, it will not affect the tripwire and we'll be able to place it still. It's getting dark and it's actually very dangerous around here at night. But that works like that. This button here, and I'll see if I can make that jump again. Of course not. But this button here actually retracts that block, which will allow us to get rid of our villagers, which will deactivate the tripwire and allow up top will open again. Once this is completed, it'll be a lot easier to understand. But once it's deactivated, the tripwire, the top will open and allow for villagers to come in again. So this is actually it's a smart system. We won't be able to get 2 villagers in one cell, which I've ran into problems using just not automatic, but manual systems. I have decided I am going to make the drop zone come back here. Underneath these, where the blocks will pull back, we'll have a water trench, which will come back here, probably right around here, I'd imagine. And we're going to drop them down at least 16 blocks. I may go all the way to bedrock. And we're going to set them on fire or drown them, or I'm not sure. But as of this point, I'm real happy with this design. It is tileable. It is a lot wider than some. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 wide. It actually gives a nice profile, I think. The one wide systems, while you can fit more villagers in a smaller station. If I was playing on a server, that'd be an issue. But as of this point, because it is my single player, I want the builds to look a little nicer. And also, just once I find the right villager, this is going to be where they live for a while. So I want it to be fairly prominent, I think is the right word. And once we get those 5 built, we may build a couple more. We'll remove Buddy Guy here. He's, I believe, worthless. And I can't believe I fell down here. Well, I can. I've done it once, I'll do it again. That's why that's open. We've got a cow straying away down here. Don't remember if I showcased this or not, but this was where I pulled my villagers from. I'm actually pretty sure I did. But, we got a zombie here in full iron, it looks like. This was a giant mess, but it served its purpose, so as of this point, we're going to probably not do anything else down here. Happy with what it did. It allowed us to pull our villagers. But as of this point, it's just a kind of a trap to pull the zombies in. And I assume once this is stocked with villagers, we're going to have zombies flooding the areas. So, 1, we'll have to light it up a lot better around here. And 2, we'll have possibly some traps in the front. I'm not sure on that yet. But other than that, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. As always, it's fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. Next time we're gonna do the quick down and dirty chicken farm because one, the trades, the textures have changed a little bit with the update. The trades with the villagers, one of which is raw chicken. I do want to start getting a stockpile of chicken, and we're going to just head out to the witch farm real quick. I want to see if we can see any spawn while we close our episode out. We're going to get a little better setup for this. I plowed through some lily pads earlier. Coming out here, screwing around. We still have a little bit of land inside the perimeter. Kind of a non-issue at this point. It does work. There we go. I mean, that was 4 witches dropping down right there. I do want to change the drop pattern because as of this point I've got water streams underneath which push them into a 3 wide drop zone. I want to actually make the entire drop zone the width of the hut, so it will be 9 by 7. I think we'll get faster drops at that rate, and also be a little more efficient. As of this point, they won't spawn more while they are sliding through the water. So if we can get them to drop straight down and die immediately, that'll just increase our speeds. So once again, guys, this is Phreakin. I appreciate you watching. I hope was alright for you guys. I know it was for me. It always is. I love this game. Love it every time. Love it more and more every day. And now that 1.7's out, we got a lot of exploring to do. That was a part of the reason why. And it is bad through here. Got no real food. It's a little rough coming through here. Living off of zombie flesh. Well, we'll work on quite a bit, actually, guys. Next time we're going to do some chicken breeding, and also we'll see if we can get the rest of that villager marketplace set up. Other than that, appreciate it. Hope it was good. It's good for me as always, and we'll check you next time.